The air inside the Los Angeles arena hums with electricity, as if the walls themselves are trembling with anticipation. Under a sea of lights, two nations stand face to face in the form of two warriors. On one side of the squared circle waits Daniel Ponce De León, Mexico's proud southpaw champion, carved from steel and survival. The crowd salutes him as the reigning, defending WBC featherweight champion of the world, their applause rippling like a tidal wave. He raises his gloves, a man who has fought through life's harshest blows long before entering this ring. Opposite him stands Abner Mares, a fighter whose story began in Guadalajara and sharpened in American gyms. A former two-division world champion, searching once again for greatness at a new weight. He walks with confidence, his eyes unblinking beneath the bright lights, knowing tonight could reshape his legacy. The referee calls them together. There is no hatred, only purpose. Gloves tap like a silent contract of pain and respect. The bell rings, slicing the tension in half. De León storms forward like a raging bull unleashing looping left hands that crash against Mares' guard and shoulders. The champion wants to make a statement early, forcing the challenger backward, testing his resolve. Mares answers with speed and precision, darting inside to fire straight counters that mark his presence. He smiles mid-exchange, the kind of fearless grin that tells a rival he must bring even more. The first round ends with neither man stepping away from danger. The fight has not even warmed fully, yet already the crowd senses they are witnessing something special. The atmosphere is thick with promise, the promise of a night that may define careers. Round 2 begins, and the intensity multiplies. De León continues his forward march, shoulders hunched, legs planted, hunting the angle for his destructive left hand. The punches come hard, thudding off Mares' body and arms, forcing him to rethink space. De León is not a stylist. He is pure menace and muscle. Yet Mares, ever the technician, creates small pockets to breathe, firing crisp combinations that slice between De León's looping attacks. The challenger's strategy becomes clear. Beat the champion to the punch, beat him to position, beat him to the moment. Then everything shifts. De León lunges forward, bridging the distance awkwardly, and Mares sees his chance. A perfect right hand launches like a guided missile, smashing flush onto the champion's chin. The crowd explodes as De León crashes to the canvas, stunned but unbroken. It is the 6th knockdown of his long career, but this one feels different. Mares has delivered proof that he belongs at featherweight, proof that he carries danger in every glove. De León rises with defiance, shaking the cobwebs free. He marches on, refusing to surrender his throne. More battles unfold in the trenches during the third. Uppercuts rocket upward, hooks dig into ribs, sweat leaps into the air with every violent connection. It is a war of inches and instincts, a blend of boxing chess and street alley grit. The referee must pry the wolves apart at times, their wills entangled. Mares grows sharper, slipping and countering, blending offense with survival. De León absorbs and answers, relentless in pursuit. These are not rounds won easily. They are rounds earned through bruises. As both men return to their stools, the fans roar again. The fight is boiling now, the stakes rising with every punch. By the 4th, Mares begins using more footwork, circling with the grace of a dancer who learned to fight. His jab flickers like a match strike, guiding his offense, keeping De León from simply charging unchecked. The champion swings heavy, determined to turn the tide with a single punch. His fists carry Mexico's pride, and every landed blow fuels the rallying voices in the crowd. The power shots find Mares' body with punishing thuds, planting seeds of fatigue that will bloom later. Mares replies with combinations that are quicker, straighter, and disrupt De León's momentum. These punches are less about brute force and more about sending a message. Skill can break through power's armor. Yet the champion does not waver. His pressure persists into the fifth. He snaps Mares' head back with a left hand that reminds everyone how dangerous he is. The challenger nods, acknowledging the impact, refusing to step away. They fight chest to chest often now, shoulders grinding, gloves banging against muscle and bone. The battle becomes messy, raw, unfiltered. De León snarls forward, but Mares counters with well-timed right hands that halt the advance. The challenger is proving he can win the inside war as well as the technical one. The sixth round delivers a storm. The champion charges with urgency, feeling the fight slipping. Mares' uppercuts blast upward, bending De León's head repeatedly. At one point, they collide again, feet tangled, but neither complains. This is a fight stripped to pure will. The crowd senses that something big is coming. The momentum inches toward Mares, but De León's eyes burn with fury. Nothing will be surrendered willingly. Nothing will come cheap tonight. Round 7 emerges like a test of who wants it more. Sweat streams into eyes, lungs burn for relief, yet neither warrior even thinks of fading. The technical chess match deepens. Mares lands with calculated precision, selecting punches as if reading future openings in fractions of seconds. The champion, stubborn and spirited, keeps advancing, powered by heart when energy begins to drain. The footwork battle grows crucial, each trying to avoid the other's dominant angle. Mares edges ahead, pivoting off the line, forcing De León to reset. Still, whenever De León touches the challenger with the left, it stings with authority. The 8th round adds a darker tone to the war. Mares breathes heavier now, the weight cut and higher division taking a slow toll. De León senses it and burrows into the body like a miner driven by desperation. The left hand lands clean upstairs as well, jolting Mares backward. The crowd erupts, believing the champion has found the breakthrough he craves. The fighters trade bombs at mid-range, every punch thrown with bad intentions. The ring becomes a crucible where only the more determined man will survive. They step into round 9 with determination etched across their battered faces. Mares' corner demands movement and discipline, a return to strategy. Yet something primal flickers in his chest. The challenger decides he will not run. He will not merely outpoint the champion. He will claim glory by force. They stand nearly toe-to-toe, eyes locked with defiance and fire. Power meets pride once again. The noise around them dissolves into a blur. All that exists now is the man in front of them and the belt awaiting destiny's hand. Round 9. This is where champions are carved from dreams. Mares explodes with a right hand that crashes square onto De León's jaw. The champion stumbles, legs quivering, blinking away the sudden darkness. Mares smells the end. He refuses to let this chance slip away. Another right hand lands clean, then another. The challenger pours everything into a storm of punches, fists fueled by ambition and sacrifice. De León tries to fire back, but his balance betrays him. His defenses loosen. His heart remains fierce, but the body begins to betray the will. Mares drives him backward, a predator closing for the final strike. Down goes De León again. The arena erupts into an explosion of disbelief and emotion. The champion rises a second time, refusing to bow, even as his legs wobble beneath him. The referee looks into his eyes, seeing courage, but also the danger. Mares storms forward, launching a final barrage that splashes across De León's skull and ribs. The ropes hold the champion upright now, not his strength. The official steps in. The wave of punches stops only because someone else can no longer watch. Jay Nady spreads his arms wide, ending the contest. It is over. The fight is done. Mares falls to his knees, overwhelmed. The arena shakes with celebration. De León, the proud warrior, holds his chin high, knowing he gave everything. Abner Mares rises to his feet once more as the announcer declares the winner by technical knockout and the new WBC featherweight champion of the world, Abner Mares. The belt glimmers around the waist of the man who dared to challenge himself again. The challenger becomes the champion. The story of two nations ends in a hug between two warriors who earned eternal respect. Boxing's cruel beauty glows brightest tonight beneath the lights.